Our brave men and women do not deserve to be sleeping on the streets. This is going to make a difference. I can't wait for you to hear all about this project on the Feel Good Frequency.
Good vibes are on the way.
I love the feel-good stories.
Oh, there'll be sarcasm mixed in, but that just adds to her charm.
So great. I love listening.
Welcome to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency.
Hi, welcome back to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency. I'm Aaron. Hope you had a great St. Patrick's Day. I'm still in the mood, as you can see with my little shamrock sweater. I have such an awesome person that I'm talking to today. Her name is Larresa. She is a congresswoman in Milwaukee. What's happening in her district to help veterans is so beautiful, and I truly hope that this spreads all across the country and that every major city and even smaller ones adopt this and find a way to make it work. Because if we could all pull together and get the funding and figure it all out, all veterans would have a place to call home. So honored to be here with Alderwoman Larresa Taylor in Milwaukee. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
I got to tell you, I am so happy that I got into your schedule because you are a busy woman. I read about you the end of last year. I want to say maybe November, because this whole project broke ground in October, which I'm going to put a pin in for a second because it's a fantastic project. But I first wanted to just talk about your accolades and what an incredible person you are. You have been serving your not just community, but country. You have done it all. You're a veteran. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
You're a mom of 3, which you told me a little bit ago. They're now grown kids. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because I would never believe that you are a grandmother now.
Oh, yes. Two wonderful small blessings. Yes.
I'm going to have to get your skincare regime at the end of this. And then you also taught in the Milwaukee School District. You did some special ed as well.
Yes, all has been special education. Thank you. For over 17 years, I taught in Milwaukee Public Schools, but I have over 20 years of experience because I started in a suburban school and then a couple of years in a charter school. So I just kind of a vast array of experiences in teaching young people.
Special place in heaven for all special ed teachers. You're incredible humans. And now this is something. You were a block watch captain for over 2 decades. What is that exactly? Because it sounds like an RA from college.
That is a good comparison. Yes. Yeah. So, when you point these things out, it's like, okay, maybe I've been doing this job for a very long time, because that's exactly what a block watch person is. Just one day I had decided that there are some things that need to be done. And so I'm going to organize the block to get these things done. And that's exactly what I did. So we would meet maybe once a month. I would call the local official, for that area. And we would share what our needs were. So whether we were in need of forestry coming out, in need of speed humps, trash pickup, whatever the need was for our block, we would express that to the local officials. And then we would also offer our support. So if there were community events that were taking place, like they do quite a few all the time, like Barack with a Cop. They do the National Night Out. So just organizing the community around the needs of the community.
That is so lovely. So it wasn't just everybody complaining to you, but I'm sure that was a whole bunch of the job.
That was quite a bit, but it was nice. One of the things I always tell people is communication is key. When you communicate, you get less complaints, because that way you keep people aware of what's happening. And that was the fun part of the job, is just saying, hey, this is what's coming. We could prepare for it. Yeah.
And now you are, congratulations, in an elected position. You are representing District 9, and wow, do you deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I feel like you've been preparing for this your whole life.
Well, now that you mention it, it seems that way. one of the residents actually said that. She said, "Miss Taylor, I think that you've been prepared for this position with all the things that you've done in your life. I think they all prepared you to do this job. And so thank you for being here." So I really appreciated that.
Oh, she's absolutely correct. I mean, you really paved it without intentionally paving it. It's really incredible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything you're doing. And this project, I started really reading about it because I am the wife of a veteran. He was in the Navy for 26 years. And when I told him about this, he said, "Oh my gosh, I love this idea. I wish they do it in every city." The whole thing was actually originally approved in 2019, but then it seems like it didn't move forward. But finally, here you are in this district saying, "We've got to do something about this and move it forward." And you, I see a picture with other leaders in your community and with the people that are actually building this. You're all standing there with the shovel and you're breaking ground on October 13th of last year. And it was a beautiful sight.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. So I will say that we were very, very lucky to have the county executive there and the governor there, and just some real key players in our city. We're known for Milwaukee Brewers, so Milwaukee Brewers was on board. Milwaukee Tool has been just the top key player in helping to push this through. I tell you, when the VCP team came to me and introduced what they were doing, I thought it was just the most fantastic idea. I thought, what better way to show your appreciation for the men and women who serve our country than to make sure that they have what they need when they come home.
Right.
I mean, you can only imagine what they're going through when they are away from home. So to be able to come home to care and compassion of community surrounding you with the love to be able to provide what you need, I think it's incredible.
So this is a tiny home community for veterans, and you're going to have 40 of these tiny homes. They're being constructed now. That is so exciting.
Yes, and the community is buying into it so well. So I'm so appreciative of that. So 40 of these tiny homes, 8 of which will be able to accommodate families. So a veteran and the family.
Oh,
So, yes, and I'm going to tell you the most wonderful thing about this is that it's right next door to the Job Corps. And so the Job Corps has students who are already ready to go, and VCP is building that partnership so that these students can get the experience of helping to build these tiny homes. And just last week, we have Milwaukee Public Schools came to me and asked if I would do an introduction so that they too can bring some of the students who are looking to get into the trades and they would like to build a tiny home. So this is so much more than just building homes for veterans, but this is bringing the community together to do something good for someone.
oh my gosh. That is absolutely what we need more of in this country.
Well, thank you so much because I tell you, it's just nothing like building community and having partnerships because you can get so much more done.
Of course. And the pride lasts forever. I am sure everyone that has anything to do with this project is forever going to be so proud whenever they drive by or hear anything about it. It's just that's so special.
Yeah. And to be able to have our youth take part in it.
That's really exciting.
Yeah. And be able to pour into someone. And so you're really teaching them of such a valuable life skill of building relationships and partnerships. And like you said, being able for them to be able to look back and see 30 years from now and say, I had a part in that.
Yes, I made a difference in somebody's life. That is just so exciting. I had no idea of the numbers of homeless vets. I knew that there were quite a few in this country, but when
Yeah.
I read over 30,000 men and women veterans are sleeping on the streets every night in the United States, that is overwhelmingly exhausting and horrible to think about.
It is, especially when you look at how much they've poured. There is no greater gift than you can give to each other than to risk your life. And that is what they have done. So they have vowed to serve this
Yes,
country and to protect us and our way of life. So there should never be a homeless veteran. Never. And so to be able
I
to say
agree.
that the city of Milwaukee and particularly District 9 is taking part in making sure that the 2 to 300 men and women that we have here will have an opportunity to get a home. But the important part about this is that they're not just giving them a home. It's one thing to just give someone an asset, but it's a different thing to make sure that it's providing a well-rounded service, service that is going to address their other needs. So your mental and emotional health is so important as well. So they have a sort of a service center, and I went to visit one of the other projects that is already together in Kansas City. And I was just blown away that they have psychological services there. They have a food pantry there. They have just where you could, a community room in there. So they're looking at the holistic needs of the veteran. So
Wow.
they're not just getting a home, but they're getting an entire community of support.
Oh my gosh, and that is gonna be on your campus as well.
Yes, yes. So one of
Oh,
the first buildings
that's
going
so
up,
exciting.
that service building is so important to have. So yes, and they have as long as they need. So there is no time limit on how long they can stay in one of the tiny homes. So it is really there
Oh.
to provide a place for them to be able to gain what they need and then to transition on their own at their own time.
Oh, so it's not a 3-month program and you have to get out at the end of 3 months. It's
Oh,
however long it's taking for you to get to where you need to be to go to the next step.
exactly, exactly. Yeah,
That's so good. Oh,
yeah.
is that is really unique.
And now let me do one more thing to just blow your mind of how incredible this program is. Anyone, anyone who has raised their right hand to service of the country has access to the services of the
Oh
Veterans Community Project.
my gosh, you're right. That did blow me away.
So, and it is really a very comprehensive program that, frankly, I think you're right. Every city needs to have one of these programs. And I do believe that the
Yes.
goal is to get this program in every city to make sure that we can house as many of the veterans throughout our country that we can.
I
Yes.
feel like this is a project that should have been happening right during Vietnam, and I am so thankful that even though we're decades late with it, that it's really starting to go from like you said, city to city. This is not the first one. Milwaukee's not the first one, so it absolutely can't be the last. It's too
Right.
important.
And the amount of effort when you see how hard the team works at doing their capital funding, it was just wow, it was just incredible to watch how they would come back and forth into the city, meeting with different key players and sharing their story of how they became involved with the project. It can bring tears to your eyes, but it also
I
brings
was just gonna say, I bet.
right. One of my favorite pastimes is motorcycles. Or motorcycles is riding. And so I don't ride by myself. I don't have a motorcycle, but I really love the camaraderie that exists, especially when you're part of the Harley family. And I'm saying that
Yes.
because one of the gentlemen who is a key player on the team of Veterans Community Project, they did a ride. And so he and a few others rode his bike all the way to Milwaukee from Kansas City to do a ride here in the city for the Veterans Community Project. And so I was invited in to do the prayer, to get them off, to get them started on the ride. And it was so incredible. And so when I say that this is really a community event, when people hear about it, it's so wonderful to see them come together and do whatever they can to assist in raising money, to volunteer their time, their expertise. I mean, yes, this is really going to pull people together. Yes, nothing like it.
The visual you just gave me of that makes me feel like I was there and saw it. That's
Oh,
incredible. I love that. I love that. And I read too that each and every house is gonna be tailored to that veteran and the branch of service that he or she was in, which is, again, above and beyond. Like, talk about making somebody feel like they're home.
oh, yes, yes. And the other incredible thing is that each home is outfitted with new appliances and new bedding. And each of those veterans, when they decide that it is time for them to transition, they take all those things with them. So the next veteran comes in, they have all new things again. So
Oh,
nothing is just passed down from one to the other. So it's as if you moved into your new place and you outfitted it with all new furniture and appliances. Yes, and all of that goes with you.
oh my gosh, that makes it even above and beyond what I originally thought it was. Wow, that's so spectacular to hear.
Yes, yes, to feel like everybody cares about them in particular and
Yeah.
appreciates what they have done for their country.
This is a massive undertaking, though. And like you said, you have all these different people from different backgrounds all coming together to help. And it started on October 13th. That's when the groundbreaking was. But when do you think it will be completed for the first veteran to actually move in?
So right now, they don't have a definite date, but they are really looking at maybe having something in place maybe by 2027.
Oh, that's so exciting. How do you decide which veteran is going to get a home? How does that work?
So that actually would be a question just for the team themselves, and how they figure out the needs of the veteran and how they go about supplying those needs. But on my end, I just provide as much city support. So when they're saying that they need permits in place for things, we try to expedite that as quickly as we can.
That's so fantastic. I'm so grateful that you are a major part of this, especially being a veteran yourself, because I feel like it gives you an extra layer of compassion because you've been where these people are as far as serving the country. And I'm sure, like, it's got to be awful anytime you hear about a veteran that doesn't have a home, knowing that you've been through probably similar things that they've been through, and to have them not have somewhere to lay their head at night is just, it's heartbreaking. And so I'm so thankful that you are one of the major players in this because you're exactly where you need to be.
Oh, thank you so much. So I would like to say too, my son also followed in my footsteps, and he is serving his country right now. He is deployed, so he is away from his family. So if we can definitely keep him in the prayers of everyone, I would greatly appreciate that.
What is his first name?
Jared, his first name is Jared.
Jared. Okay,
Yes.
you got it. In my prayers. I got you.
Yeah. And I would like to say, as a result of this project coming to our community, myself and a few other community leaders have gotten together and we created. So we are lobbying for this to be all over the country. But we have created November. We did a resolution. All 15 of us signed on to the resolution that November is Veterans Mental Health Suicide Awareness Month. So the entire month of November is dedicated to making sure that we recognize what our veterans are going through and provide services for them. The mayor came and spoke at our first event last November, and so did our secretary for Department of Veterans Affairs as well. So we are working along with them to make sure that we meet the needs of the veterans as a city and a state.
Wow.
So I'm so grateful. We not only created that month, but we also created a flag that we unveiled last year so that we could use that as a representation for Veterans Mental Health and Suicide Awareness Month. along with doing the 20 push-up challenge. And so we had such a large turnout. It was just exciting.
Oh, you did? That's wonderful.
The police department, the fire department, many of the city workers, because we did it down at City Hall, and many of the servicemen and women that are now serving right now that were able to come down to City Hall. We all got together, and in City Hall, we have T-shirts that says 22 Push-Up Challenge, November Mental Health Suicide Awareness Month. So
Oh my gosh, I love that you are doing this. It's so crucial. And I'm so thankful that people talk about this more now because I feel like PTSD had such a stigma for the longest time that nobody even said those letters together. I am forever grateful that you are really talking about this and doing something about it because way too many of our veterans give up and they are our heroes and we need them.
yes, they are definitely our heroes, and so we just need to rally around them and make sure that they know that.
Yes, yes. That does need to be something that happens all around the country as well.
Yes, it does. And so we have definitely talked to our Congresswoman Gwen Moore. We've been in touch with our senators, Tammy Baldwin and Ron Johnson. And the good thing about talking about the needs of veterans, it crosses party lines. So it doesn't matter which
Yes.
party you identify with, because this is something that impacts us all. When people can forget about party lines and come together to make something happen, that to me also speaks volumes about human nature and just the need to show that appreciation for what our servicemen and women have done.
I could not agree more. And it's so lovely, speaking of the word agree, that we can all agree on that, that is something that everyone wants to do something about and help and get on the same page with because maybe if we can figure out one or two things that we can all agree on, we can get a little further in other things as well.
Yes, I agree 100%. Yes. So when we find those things that we can all rally around, that thing that is important to us all, that we all benefit from, yes, that's a good thing.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for all you're doing and your time and your service. I mean, my goodness, you have been serving your community since basically you were a fetus. So it's lovely that you are still continuing to do so.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Larissa, thank you so much for your time. I know how precious it is, especially since I've been trying to get a hold of you for months. And I'm really grateful that you spent some of it with me here explaining this incredible project, which I must say we got to have everywhere. Every major city in this country should have a tiny homes project being built right now. Over 30,000 veterans, men and women, are sleeping on our streets every night. They are homeless. We need to take care of them. They were brave enough to serve in honor of all of us. And we got to get off of our butts and find a way to really make these tiny homes become a reality in every major city in the country. Let's start there, and then we can go to the smaller cities in states because truly, we have got to make this happen. And I am hoping that this is just the beginning of lots of wonderful veteran communities to come. Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you know somebody who's making the world a better place, send them here. AaronO'Malley'sFrequency.com is my website. AaronO'Malley'sFrequency.com. You can email me straight through that. I promise to get right back to you. Have a great week. Thank you so much. Bye.